to our channel today, you guys. If you've been following our journey along, we have some pretty big life updates to share with you. If you missed our last video, make sure you go back and watch it. We explained kind of how our first visit with our fertility specialist went and how it didn't go as really expected. And this next piece is really hard to share, and we actually filmed some of it. So quick version is Jared was diagnosed with something called Azoospermia at that appointment, meaning he has little to no sperm count. So we were referred to a specialist to go and find out what type Jared has and the cause of it, to hopefully, you know, find out our treatment options to use for IVF, because that was something they told us we would need to do to be able to have a kid of our own.
And the chances of having a kid of our own. Yes.
So we'll hurry and jump to that footage now, where we just kind of share our experience as a doctors. We just got to the doctor's office who will be performing Jared's surgery. We're here today to find out. He's going to do a physical on Jared, and then we're going to talk through the different scenarios and try and figure out which type Jared has. So depending on which type he has, it'll depend on what type of surgery they need to do.
And one of them has a far greater success rate than the other one does, so.
Yeah, we're hoping for one, but if it's the other one, we're going to just do everything we can. And
yeah.
It's hard, you guys. It's really hard. It's very emotional. It's a lot to take in. We're trying to keep it together right now, but in the end, we're getting the answers we need, which is awesome. And we feel so grateful. This doctor was actually the head of male infertility at the Mayo Clinic. So it's like he's one of the best in the whole country. So we feel really grateful he's right here in Utah, and they were able to get us in on such short notice because we told them we were out of state and everything. So everything's been lining up, and we're grateful for that. So we're gonna head in here pretty soon. Back from the doctors. We're just back in the car here. We thought we'd hurry and just film a little something, because I think we're both in shock a little bit right now. So we met with the doctor, and he was awesome. We couldn't have seen a better doctor. He actually wrote a lot of the guidelines for these conditions, and he was very knowledgeable, and it was just really good to hear. He gave us a lot of information, which was really good. But as soon as he read Jared's blood work, he instantly knew the cause and what Jared had, and it turns out he doesn't have the obstructive azoospermia. He has the unobstructed, so it's a production issue, which we were really hoping it wasn't, but it is. And
it's just scary, guys. I mean,
yeah. So what it means is it's going to be a little more challenging for this surgery. He's going to have something called a microtessie, which basically, we'll go into all the details later. We just kind of wanted to give you the gist of what's going on. But basically, he says he has a genetic thing that he was born with, he said. And pretty much there's a production issue, so his brain's telling him to produce things, or produce sperm, but it can't, and so there's just an issue there. So pretty much the surgery that he's going to have done, they'll try and extract any sperm they can to use for IVF, and it's going to be a really important surgery. And anyways,
it's scary, guys, because it's surgery has like a 60% chance, and whatever they find, there's like a 10%. He said a 5 to 10% chance
of a live birth after it with IVF. So it's not great. Our odds aren't great. But that doesn't mean it can't happen yet. So anyways, we're gonna have faith and hope, and we're grateful we found out, you know, the issue. We have the info. We know what's going on, and so
I just want to say our hearts go out to anyone dealing with this. This is by far the hardest thing we've ever had to go through. I don't think I've cried more other than when my dad passed. Like, this has been the hardest thing. I see kids walking around and it pains me to think that I might never have a child of my own.
And you guys, this is just super raw right now. Obviously, we know that we don't want to get into other options we know there's other options out there. There's adoption, there's donors, there's lots of different things, which we will obviously consider when the time is right. But right now this is all a lot of just hard information to take in about our future and what we're gonna have to go through with all of this. So
this is basically the exact opposite of what we wanted to hear.
Yeah, unfortunately, and we get that's life. We know you guys will be so supportive with us, and this is gonna be, you know, quite the journey ahead. So yeah, there's that. I think we're just gonna turn off the camera now and kind of go and process everything. And yeah,
we love you guys.
We love you guys. We'll try and keep you updated as we can. You guys can tell from that video, we were like just in shock, and
still in shock a little bit.
Still in shock. As we said, it comes in waves, and
it feels like you're literally living a nightmare, like a walking nightmare. It is so hard to like deal with.
You guys, so as we said, I know we didn't explain a lot. I think we received so much information in that one appointment. We received his blood work and that diagnosis. So basically, Jared was born with a really rare genetic disorder where he doesn't produce sperm, or very, very little sperm, and it just doesn't work properly to have a kid naturally. And the only option that we have is a surgery. It's called a microtesting, where basically they go in and they use a microscope
to try and extract anything they can find.
And they won't know if there's anything until that surgery. They won't know anything until the actual surgery. There's no way of telling. And that surgery will tell us if we will ever be able to have kids of our own. So it's a really important surgery. I don't think we've ever been this scared in our life. We haven't. Like, the level of uncertainty and worry and, you know, has been off the charts, but also we've had waves of peace and calmness and really just knowing there's nothing we can do about it on our end.
It's in God's hands at this point. There's nothing we can do.
It's all in God's hands, as hard that is for something like this. You know, we just have to come to terms with that, and not saying, like I said, obviously it's emotional. One silver lining with all of this and with this new diagnosis for Jared is the doctor told us that with this genetic condition he has, and you guys, this is just random, like this doesn't run Jared's family. He said this is just a really random, rare genetic thing that can happen.
Extremely rare.
To males, yeah. Very, very rare. But he said it's actually a lot of people that have this, they aren't diagnosed until adulthood when they're trying to have kids. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's nothing like we could have done prior to this or do now. So this is kind of just our situation. However, the one silver lining to all of this is he said people with this disorder are actually prone to like a lot of different cancers and hard things later in life. And so he said it's good that we now have caught this and Jared's gonna have to take certain things for the rest of his life to help combat some of those really scary things. So, you know, if anything else, it's good that we found this out and we can prevent some of those things, hopefully, down the road from happening to our sweet Jared.
It just sucks, guys. It sucks so bad. Oh my gosh, I hate this. I hate it so much.
You know, we don't know why things happen. And we don't understand God's plan. I think this goes for so many things in life. But we do have faith, and like we said, we believe in the power of prayer. We are incredibly grateful. They will do a surgery on Jared while we're still here, so we actually just extended our trip for a while. And the surgery is scheduled for the 3rd of January.
In the morning.
In the morning.
9 a.m.
And it's gonna be probably one of the hardest days of our life, you guys.
I'm so scared.
You know, we have so much support and love from our family, and I know we will from you guys too, and I really believe in the power of prayer.
Yeah, we really do.
And we do believe in miracles, because the doctor did say, you know, it's very, very rare that this works. Jared mentioned, he told us it was a 5 to 10% of people that have this can actually have a child of their own. And so the odds aren't with us, you guys. They're really not with us, but
We have hope.
we do have hope.
And we really want you guys to share this with anyone that you know that's struggling with infertility, because it's real. What it does to you emotionally is just sickening. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking.
And I think especially male factor infertility as well. Like, I feel like there's a lot out there on stuff that happens with females, but there's not a ton out there with males. But like we said, we believe in the power of prayer and miracles, you guys, and we want to ask you guys to please pray with us that this surgery can be successful and they can find something that we can use for IVF. If that is supposed to be our path to become parents. Yeah, I think we would really appreciate that. We love you guys, and thanks for all the prayers and love. We know you guys will be with us on this journey, and we know no matter the outcome, I don't want to end on this note of scaredness. Like we said, no matter the outcome, we're going to have a family one way or the other. So,
Yep. Love you guys.
we love you guys.
Bye.